Good afternoon, everyone. I have a message of the day, two messages of the day, Union Read and the Twin Flame Read. The Union Read is really beautiful today. Let's go ahead first and take our deep breath. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. Thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm going to show you the pictures and then we'll roll the die and then we're going to get going here. So we have first the Union Read here. This is 4D, 5D, and 6D today. 4D, 5D, 6D, Divine Feminine incoming, Divine Masculine outgoing, the underlying energy, and the closing energy here. And this is the Syrian Starseed deck. This is the basic read for the 7-deck read in front of you. Again, the Syrian Starseed deck. And here is the first message of the day from last night. And here is the message of the day from today. And yes. Okay. And also the word understand was coming up, because understand, when you say understand, it means you're standing under somebody. So you might not want to use that all that much. Maybe using the word no to know something, because you're also saying no, that I don't consent to this, or I don't consent to being under you, because we're equal, we're sovereign. But yeah, something to just think about. And okay, the dice. Roll of the day. Okay, we have the energy from Cancer energy. It also comes out as the number 69, which in the Tarot deck is the Ace of Pentacles, however you take that. And then the 5 is the number 5 of expansion, freedom, and change, but also the Hierophant. Also, that would be Taurus energies here. It also could be the month of May. And then we have Jupiter here, which also looks like the number 4, or the Emperor, but Jupiter's Sagittarius energy. And the Emperor's would be Aries energy for me. So definitely Cancer, Cancer 5, and Jupiter. So home and family with good luck, but also we're doing away with Sagittarius right now in the South Node. I don't know when Gemini changes to the next North Node position, but if that's changed, let me know. I don't think it's changed yet, because it's usually about 18 months, I think. All right, so Jupiter for expansion and good luck, and then the 5 of change and freedom and expansion also. So a lot of expansion here, along with the family. So love and family of the Cancer, which is also the mother energy, the having babies energy, perhaps birthing new things, and lots of change in a good way. So the first message of the day here, we have the underlying energy of the fish, and then the first card out was the swans. It's like the 2 of Cups, the 2 Paramahamsa with their their necks intertwined, and then the book. So this is at 1028, which is 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, 28 of the Twin Flames, or the Choice of Path, 2 of Wands. And abundance starts this read with 2 hearts, perhaps in a secret with a lucky child. Perhaps cutting out was coming up, so somebody might have had to have a C-section, or some kind of emergent surgery. Hopefully nothing really bad, but there could be some kind of issues where something went wrong. But again, we have a lot of beneficial energies around this as well. So abundance in two hearts and a secret with a lucky child, perhaps a C-section, or perhaps surgery with a complication. Public in choosing a new path, perhaps that's not what it seems, perhaps of death or endings or health care and embalming, also IVs and 5D connections, and chatter about it, with the power lady hiding their face perhaps from the loving man at mid-moon cycle, or romantic at night. And the mid-moon cycles are coming up around the 14th to the 16th, and then again at the end of the month from the 29th to the 31st. So at home, the loving lady with child on journey of discovery and key to open public doors, cracking the whip on fox chase to mountain. It's not what it seemed in a death after light, and happy birds, a more serious tone, looking at the evidence in a breakthrough for the loving man in the dark night, perhaps stolen away in the night. Fortunate nest of loving couple with a new direction for mother and child, the ride of their life perhaps, and perhaps somebody's water broke, exposing that time is short to unburned bridges and family challenges, anchoring in peace, and the power lady taking a closer look at spirituality and maturity and peace, while the loving man with a breakthrough of toxins, perhaps in a letter, a report, or news of what toxic toxins were there, or evidence here. Travel being a risk with the angry man, but with well wishes and flowers to give him hope, with innocent pup or a puppet. I was getting from Jesus Christ Superstar. One of the last lines of one of the songs was a puppet, right before it goes into Jesus Christ Superstar, which is the end, right? Dun 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 dun. That's the energy coming up. So with the innocent puppet, flowers to give him hope with innocent pup or puppet, and polarized religious differences, perhaps about marriage or spirituality or commitment, perhaps a biting and toxic institution with lots of layers to peel back to undo what's been done, a need here to move into 0 point here. All right, so the second message of the day here was this morning. Message of the day, the underlying energy was the dice at 11:35 this morning, which is a gamble, and the first card out was the puppy. So taking a gamble, perhaps with a puppy or a child or an innocent energy, coming home or needing to be walked, or a pup on an adventure or taking a ride, an open-ended true north with good news to bring, with true direction here, with rod and staff, or impatient mother burdened, or polarized powers of religion without grounds, or cutting cords with a religion, or powers that be, or burdens, for spiritual maturity and peace. And the unknown wild card, which will happen to be flipped over, which when I flipped over, was the loving lady, 29. With toxins and the untrustworthy, becoming the pearl in a breakthrough of intense connection that's natural and or of nature and public domain, where two as one, or the two of cups, the two swans loving each other, choosing a door of adventure that's never what it seems, with impatience and petty annoyances and petty thieves and critters, but abundant flow is always there in nature, or mother's abundance, or Gaia's abundance, and challenges of a stroke of luck and 3 wishes. Cutting cords perhaps with the ocean for the mountains or country, perhaps very spiritual and peaceful, perhaps working from home and nesting with a child, peeling back the layers toward 0 point with wise guides helping with the small print and microscopic things that you can't see, like bacteria and viruses, and the power in numbers, online and chatter about the power lady and the power man, both baring their chests in matching outfits, her hiding her face, as her looks are both a blessing and a burden, and anchored down perhaps by a foxy, jealous man, or he just frustrated and focused on love, perhaps a different love that's two as one and not about the power in the relationship. Spiritual, mountainous connection that's secret with loving lady through work or in 5D connection, on break or at the nest or at rest, meditation or prayer, home cutting out what no longer serves, filtering water and clearing shadow emotions in a breakthrough of parents who are now looking up with the golden nest egg, clean water, and public child, or perhaps birthing something new in public, or the welcoming of an addition to the family, or a child doing their own shadow work in public or at meets in the sunshine or fully exposed, or exposing timelines or travel of distance across the twin bridges in a letter, sealed document, or printing out something online, or a group message with the key to your freedom and commitment, perhaps a proposal or a new job with restrictions, but yet there's gifts there as well. A dream come true of a partnership, one-to-one, or large institution, or your own stardom, with some steps to get through for the loving man, romanticizing travel plans, or subconsciously ungrounded, or mid-moon travel plans on land or to the mountains, and again that would be around August 14th to the 16th and August 29th to the 31st, or sailing away on a wing and a prayer, or a child finds a public community or family that they resonate with. So now we're going to go to the union read, and today is the 13th. All right, so today's the 13 of the Death card, the ending, the dark night of the soul, the transitions and transformations, along with the, let's see, we have 21, 23, 25, 26 today is the Page of Wands, which is that inspired energy, along with the 13, inspired by changes, inspired by transformation, being excited by that. And then we have the union read, which is the 40, 50, and 60 at 12:51 to 52, which is the King and Queen of Swords, and again hanging out together perhaps with the 12. And this is for August 13th today, 2021. We have the Six of Cups in the underlying energy, which is the children hugging and loving each other, whether that's your inner children or outer children. The Two of Wands, the twin flames in the middle of the read, and the closing card was the Knight of Swords, the messenger of truth, or the knight in shining armor. Children and soulmates loving each other, twin flames together sending out 5D messages, messengers of truth and love. The incoming divine feminine here is the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. The divine feminine with inner and outer children here. The divine feminine not sure if she's supposed to hide or seek. Hiding in 4D and seeking in 5D. In the woods with dark blinders on while two cups await. Perhaps someone is about to surprise her, ready to play ball. Dolphins or doggies, as the truth lies just below the surface, clear as day, that the pond or creek should be a clean ocean, river, or lake, with flow and emerald magenta buoy, or a real live boy with a U, or holding the Holy Grail, or holding the Grail, wanting your womb on loan for passionate rainbow lovemaking with Puff the magic dragon who lives by the sea. In 4D, the lovers in celebration on the divine masculine side, coming together in joy at 1:15, the magician and the devil. Socializing and or reunion here, bridging with thoughts of the beach and salt water, where the land meets the sea, sitting in darkness, reflecting the horizon line. Thor eyes on line. Her blindfold is his eyes. She's not allowed to see until he's ready. The 5D here is the Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles, which is the Divine Feminine's heart in the E Tower. The Divine Feminine underground or in the woods where it's cool, covering their eyes or counting to 9, while the Divine Masculine's outside the E-Tower of the Divine Feminine's heart, working with crystals on his magic carpet as the guests arrive. Bridging as the gatekeepers, the twin flames overseeing the world, the eyes of Laura Mars, or Eisenhower. So Laura Eisenhower is coming up here too. So eyes of Laura Mars, or eyes on hour or on duty, what were also wine auras seen by. So wine colored auras seen by, or Lamars and Ma rising, 3D flames on blue-green planet, Dammit Janet, or Jay and Annette, or J, Jan, Jane, and Anne, and E.T. reflecting T.E. or T, Tarzan and Lois Lane, the Lion's Gate, Maine, spelled M-A-N-E or M-A-I-N. The 6D here is the Hanging Man, the Two of Cups, and Indigo, the Divine Feminine hanging out on the Divine Masculine's block. Hanging 5 or 12 to 5, seeing new perspectives of Namaste and bent leg stretches, or name as T and B, E-N-T. Jesus on time out, in red genie pants, feeling his other. The Divine Masculine Indigo with diamond offering and magenta and purple haze, bridging in 2 as 1 in the arch in the garden of Eden, or Eden, both manifesting in 6D a loving partnership together, with no water at all under the bridge. Instead of the water under the bridge, there's just no water under the bridge. Only beautiful flowers, peach perhaps, with a hell of a view to kill, a takedown of sorts. And that was a text from the Dream Team. So that was a confirmation as well. There's double confirmation for you at 121, which is the Magician and the World of Completion, of Magician Embodiment. Okay. So the Divine Feminine here with exploding rainbow affections in the shade where it's cool and grounded, hanging out with male with anger block or spinal block, sending love and blessings, with lovers in the woods hanging out. The Divine Masculine coming together joyfully to the Divine Feminine's heart at the E-Tower, with the 5D with indigo proposal and magic in store. The bridge is where love, peace, and joy meet in the 4D. Door number 1, 2, or taking all 3. Sitting on the beach, imagining twins hovering above the world, and on heaven on earth, 2 as 1 intertwined with those 2 cups left over from the creek. And then Crete's coming up again too. The outgoing Divine Masculine here is the 7 of Cups, Divine Justice, and 7 of Wands, Greased Lightning, and Play Ball on the Divine Feminine side, double 7s in Divine Timing and Justice on the Divine Masculine side. After coming together, climbing the stairs to the portal of Divine Justice with blinders on, to rise from the fire with flame in hand, showing her the tango he learned in a message in a bubble. The knight in shining armor on a rock under a tree, holding and admiring mini-me. Or imagining at 151, the Magician and the King of Swords, or imagining how he'd look on a white horse. Divine Feminine had Gemini or twins on their side, along with Capricorn and Pisces, and the love of the children, both inner and outer children. The Divine Masculine had Gemini or Virgo and Libra on his side, along with the Knight of Swords, and preparing for the Divine Feminine's heart. Between them was the 5D connection of the twin flame, 2 of Cups. The number overall for this union read was 61, which is the risk card, which one of the messages of the day had an underlying energy of risk, taking a gamble. And it's also 61, which we can reference 1961. And then we have the horizontal pillars as 8, 18, and 35, Strength, Moon, and the 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. And the vertical pillars 14, 5, 1, 9, 8, 10, and 7, 7. which is the Temperance card, or the higher love, the 5 of the Hierophant, the 1 of the Magician, or the 51 of the King of Swords, the 9 of the Hermit, the 8 of the Dance, or Strength, the 10 of the Wheel, and then 2 sevens of 2 Chariots, perhaps. The message is coming up as the Dance of the Moon of the Wounded Warrior, taking a risk, building up to the Sturgeon full moon. Okay, and that's on August 22nd, which keeps coming up as a very important date. So not only did we have the new moon on Lionsgate, but we have the full moon on the 22nd, which is where Leo changes into Virgo. And Sam the Illusionist had said that we're supposed to get our, all of a sudden we're supposed to be able to connect with our higher selves very clearly. So this is an important shift right there. And that's at, it's 12:02 UTC, so I assume around 8:02 on the East Coast for the full moon on the 22nd. The message here, the Dance of the Moon of the Wounded Warrior, taking a risk, building up to the Sturgeon full moon. And then the patience and higher love of the King of Swords, or the Hierophant and the Magician. But I'm getting the King of Swords as the Sturgeon at human body temperature, destined with sovereign to take a risk. Merging the King of Swords and the Hermit in the dance of destiny and divine timing for risk-taking. I was trying to read what I wrote there. So again, patience, higher love of the King of Swords, or Sturgeon at human body temperature, which is being grounded into your body, not so much expansion, staying very grounded at 0 point in the present moment. Destined with sovereign and or divine timing to take a risk, merging the King of Swords and the Hermit in a dance of destiny and divine timing for risk-taking. And it's coming up around the full moon here. So the Sturgeon full moon, I looked that up. This is from moongiant.com. Ancient living fossils that can grow up until 3.5 meters long, or as long, listen to the way it's explained, as it always parallels to the twin flames. So there's, paralyzed by passions and emotions has been coming up a lot lately, so that might be coming up because of that. But there's always a parallel between the definitions to the twin flame connection. So these sturgeons are being described as very long, 3.5 meters long, or as long as 2 human adults stacked on top of each other, like twins. Females can live up to 150 years, but being poached now for their caviar. In China, it's called the Hungry Ghosts Moon, where the gates of hell open and the dead walk amongst the living once again. They prepare food and money to make them happy and prevent havoc, with musical stages and host performances, leaving the front row open and empty for the honored guests. Light lotus lanterns and float on lakes, rivers, and pools for lighting up for lost souls to find their way back into the afterlife. It actually started back in the Han Dynasty, and Han Solo comes up all the time, and also Thor Han. Started Han Dynasty with farmers, and combined with Taoist and Buddhist influences, became the Hungry Ghost Festival, and in Japan it's called Obon Festival, or O-B-O-N. The Cherokees call it the Full Fruit Moon, other First Nations the Blackberries Moon. The Sioux call it When All Things Ripen, and the Paint clans harvest herbs and medicines. Wild potato tribes forage for food and catch sturgeon. And then I was getting, they have stars in their eyes. So there's literally a picture of 2 sturgeons, and their skin around their eyes looked like they had stars all around them. And they look like dragons or dinosaur fish. So that was the union read. The twin flame read was cut and dealt at 222 to 223, which is the 222 is the guidance counselor show. And again, the 2s are all about the divine feminine and mediating energies. And it was cut at that time. I finished the clarifications at 244, which is the 2 of the High Priestess, the 44 of the 4 of Cups, grounding, integrating, and mastering of love. And we had the guidance, which is the Hierophant as the major arcana, along with the Tower, and abundance, which is the Empress. So there's a lot of Taurus energy and Scorpio here. Before the read was Karma, which is the Judgment card. For me, that's Aquarius. And after the read, Solar Deity, or the Sun, and Leo. We had 2 Wands, 4 Cups, and 2 Swords. That's it. So a lot of cups are emotions here, heart-based things. And we had the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups in the read, and the Queen of Cups after the read. A lot of Cups family energy here. They were very sad or not getting along and being manipulative. So whatever those negative water sign energies come up as, that's what's coming up here. And it can just be a family who's grieving or just sad about leaving something. The Queen of Wands came up before the read, along with the 9 of Swords, which can be stress or suffering in silence, not sleeping well or purging. And then in the read, the 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior, came up. And after the read, the 9 of Pentacles came up, which is the Sovereign energy. We had triple 9s here, so a lot of endings here, which may be why someone might be sad, because there's endings going on. But again, that has to do with having an extreme compassion for others. And again, universal selflessness and the collective consciousness. We had double 10s of that high vibration and the 88 of the twins dancing in their masculine and feminine, both balanced. And they just need that third 8 to tip them over into the infinity symbol of being connected side by side in the 8 as one. We also have the number 1 of the Magician, the 6 of the Lovers, 16 of the Tower, 68 of the Page of Pentacles, and 12 of the Hanging Man, 46 of the Children in the Garden, the 6 of Cups, the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, and the 78 of the 10 of Pentacles. Those are the numbers that came up here, as well as 8, 9, 10 begin again. The code line was all about health, and the number 19, which is the Sun, and coming from 8, 1, and 10. So again, the Sun is very related to your health, but it's also broken up into He and Ulf, which can be interpreted as He being a marshmallow, right? So either someone being too soft physically, and that's a perspective. It's not my criticism of anyone, but again, it's coming up as someone deeming someone as being a marshmallow, whether they're too soft on their children or too soft at work, or if someone's deeming them as not buff enough, which is it's a judgment of someone who shouldn't be judging someone else. Okay, so here we have the messages coming up here regarding Sophia being key. Again, the collective divine feminine consciousness here of the Sophia, the key to take, one of 2 to dance, perhaps in a sudden event, with God's love in bliss to the nth degree. Also the path of a sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange. Perhaps an ex had a mastectomy, perhaps, or 1 of 2, or supports but with strong squawking, so complaining of emotion, betrayal to the nth degree. We also have the path of the hawk, but without hack. 1 of 2 with a strong squawk, someone who likes their cake and eat it too, right? And always complaining of dance and lice and ending pain or getting massages to the nth degree, regarding He being a marshmallow. And again, this could be someone putting up with someone they should not be putting up with, because they're bossy and expecting everything to go their way all the time. So the path of the sea, whether that's seeing with your eyes, the emotions, or the ocean, or the Christ consciousness, or seeing the path of C and not AB, which is interesting because that came up in the other read of 1, 2, 3, not just selecting 1, 2, or 3, but taking all 3. Why not? Supporting the 8 who like their cake. So Henry VIII is coming up here. Someone who complains a lot with emotions and suffering, perhaps a pain in the butt to the nth degree, or in pain to the nth degree. In health, or He a marshmallow. Also the saint sees by means of 1 of 2. Right? That you're 2, you're not half of 1, you're 1 of 2. Supportive, strong of God's love to end the pain to the nth degree, with health and or He being a marshmallow. An arrow without la or accents, or an arrow that is not French, or not with bow. I love how they lead me to this sometimes. So here's an arrow without a bow. What good is that? A screenwriter without an arrowist, or a wrist for that matter. Shouldering or being 1 of 2, supportive or without 1 breast, someone having a mastectomy, or again, somebody who's bearing their chest. So perhaps someone famous is bearing their chest because they had a bilateral mastectomy along with their male partner, in support of that. That could happen. I don't know. I don't watch the news and that kind of stuff. So let me know if that's true. But also strong with God's love or dancing with God's love, the difference between ending pain and being in bliss. He being a marshmallow, but healthy at the same time. We start here with the Nine of Wands reversed, which is the wounded warrior in surrender. All right, so here we have that card, the Nine of Wands, with the mini cards on top, and I go 5 cards down here. I'm going to turn the light on for you too so you can see the cards a little bit better. Okay, so beneath that is the Queen of Wands reversed, Karma upright, Nine of Swords upright, Two of Wands upright, and then the Seven of Pentacles reversed, which is also the Divine Feminine's heart in the E Tower. The Queen of Wands is reversed, so she could be sick and tired, or pissed off. She's coming up as very judgmental here, or an announcement, whether she's making it or somebody else. There's a wake-up call or an announcement. Suffering in silence. This could be calling someone as well, or calling someone out. Purging or unable to sleep. Choosing a new path and implementing it. Leaving behind the victim mentality, or the wounded warrior just surrendering, or purging due to twin flames, implementing a path of surrender here. The Hierophant Taurus, presenting the truth to the Knight of Swords, or leader to the messenger of truth. That truth in motion is more powerful than the cheese standing alone. Or the Hierophant or Taurus serving their crown on a platter to the Knight of Swords as they arrive, implementing a plan to align or get their ducks in a row and leave work now. Or a gift is coming in and they don't want them to be there when it arrives. Hierophant implementing a plan to surrender and start over, offering a new passion and growth and creativity. An ex may be in prison or imprisoned by the King of Swords upright and the Queen of Cups reversed. The Hierophant or overwhelmed or over-emotional, or detached Taurus, or commitment, religion, or religious leader, an establishment, planning to surrender or give up to start over with new passion, new creativity, or new growth. Holding flame or torch for self, or twin divine feminine coming out of the E Tower, also surrendering here. It's like two are mirroring each other. The Hierophant waiting to invest in the wounded warrior's surrender, or Taurus approaches the divine feminine coming out to surrender and start over, leaving the King of Swords upright and the Queen of Cups behind. A lot of passion behind the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords truth here. Or two stubborn bulls in a duel to the death, both now investing in surrender to start over where passion meets truth, or someone must give up and go to jail to get it over with and move on with their life. Dependency or powerlessness, a single person making a big purchase or deciding to marry, letting go to fix or make amends with secret passion inspired by them, or someone excited about a wedding dress or a hook and train, or about hooking up to that train. Buried treasure or balancing on a ball or floating coin, or dreaming about fixing up things around the house with secret passion, or Pisces reversed. Or the Page of Wands needs to decide between two girls, earth or water, or just one with both, or leaving both behind for the Page of Swords upright, or perhaps for their own message. Express your love, and beneath that is trust. And the Page of Swords perhaps may be flashing their butt, as the Page of Wands inspects it, or inspired to touch that. And these two look like they like each other. In need of sun or drained, burned, overexposed, dumping karmic ties, no longer to be silenced, about reunion and coming together sexually perhaps, or dumb with feet and holding breath, and dirty dancing, coming together with wrapped egg and dessert perhaps. So again, somebody may be done with dealing with feet, and bent legs was also coming up, and holding their breath, so someone might be dealing with stinky feet, whether it's their kids or something else. Or dirty dancing, which doesn't have to be the good kind. It could be, like dirty, literally dirty. Coming together with wrapped egg and dessert, no feet, no talking, just love and joy. Or kicking grown kids out to have time alone. Change comes up here with number 5, and adventure with 55, which is the truth. And at the workplace, stuck or without a car, the wounded warrior exhausted by Two of Cups connection, weak, in need of courage to deal with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles dreaming of no more pets and kids, and perhaps a sex life with soulmate connection. Cancer reversed, Leo reversed, and the wounded warrior upright here, with the Queen of Wands upright and the wounded warrior surrendering to new passionate offer, as the Page of Wands wants a reunion and change, and or is looking the other way to express their love. So they're dealing with one person on one side and then another person on the other side. The Queen of Wands, wounded warrior, surrendering to new passionate offer, as the Page of Wands wants reunion and change. The underlying energy here is out the back, Jack, or that could be ghosting as well. Perhaps you're watching a Western, but it's definitely the liar, cheater, thief card. Running out, perhaps leaving a few swords behind, and then stuck without a way out, but to make magic. So going forward after this read is the ending of pain, bleeding out, perhaps a surgery, perhaps in a wake-up call to home and union, the King of Wands post-war with the Page of Pentacles reversed, or a missed opportunity, not sharing, rejection or jealousy. At 404, dissatisfaction with self, unhappy about injustice of new information, throwing them off balance. Ending pain or betrayal with an announcement about a home or union, or house of the King of Wands wants, the house that the King of Wands wants post-war, with the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed, not sharing, perhaps in debt, or going around scamming people. And they come up together more than once in this read, the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. They could be kids or just younger people or grown-ups acting like children, doing something they shouldn't be doing. The inequity in a situation. This also could be someone trying to sell a house and not telling the full truth about it. Unhappy or arrogant with Judge or Libra reversed, receiving clarity or found out what they did. And again, this could be finding out what your kids did or somebody else's kids did. In the recent past is the Eight of Cups reversed, uncomfortable emotions or energies of the King of Wands upright, and Atlas, or working too hard to heal and forgive, the Fool free to leap and paying off the devil, to lie in court for them, perhaps in front of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, with the King of Swords hanging out, or in a hung jury, or hung out to dry, or Capricorn and their lawyer refused their offer, or had to give up everything to be free from them, with a rich family or business, and them with a staff lawyer, unable to sleep or awake and coming out, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, present, offered, big love, and weakening the King of Wands, or weakening his case or cause, or fighting over a child or pet, or Leo reversed, and ego death. The Devil, Capricorn, or ball and chain, awake to the the Queen of Pentacles reverse gifts, and them offering love or gifting love to weaken him, uncomfortable and not walking away, or the Devil or family, business, community there, or both, trying to get him to swindle the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or telling him to get her to bail him out, like, get her to bail you out, don't ask us. The foundation here is the Eight of Wands reversed in a heated exchange, not telling their feelings, or delays of the Hermit reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, and Knight of Cups reversed. A parent perhaps with Alzheimer's or dementia, or just someone in need of help and rejected, or the Hermit seen as crazy or over isolating but now coming out. Now with the Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help, and the Knight of Cups reversed, who may be jealous or manipulating or feeling rejected, and the King of Pentacles upright, not sharing anymore. No more charity cases, or just no longer, just handing out money to the kids. The central energy here is guidance, commitment, marriage, religion, establishment, or Taurus, with new information or juggling or performing for the crowds, and no peace of mind in a happy ending, or that a family is happy anyway, but perhaps not them. With the King of Swords upright, Capricorn, or him hanging out with a wealthy family, business, or community, codependent on the King of Wands' hard work or slave labor. The challenge being the Ace of Cups, the holy grail of love and an outpouring of love. New love may be uncomfortable. With parties and socializing or reunion, the journeyman coming in to bring good news to the weary, and purging, suffering in silence with dreams of healing and the King of Cups reversed, who could be a Cancer or warrior, detached or manipulative or over-emotional drinker, or with conditions of travel or a move, ending pain or betrayal with X, or lack of affection, or Gemini reversed, the harsh truth of dissatisfaction, or X with no affection or arrogance, or dumping a lover, or Gemini who's uncomfortable in their emotions or energies here, and the Emperor's back turned to them, impatient or losing patience to let go and fix things. At 433, which is the Emperor and the Christ vibration, the Seven of Wands standing up for themselves by presenting the whole truth about issues at work or third party through work, and the Page of Cups reversed, rejection or vulnerability, or that could be a spoiled child as well, in a losing battle with a dependent or partner who spends too much or puts them in debt all the time, or the powerlessness in loss of power, money, and independence, or making a big purchase, or losing their single status, or perhaps with a child who is. Or the Page of Cups reversed and the Sovereign reversed are always fighting at work, or they could be spoiled kids as well, and now the Tower's upright, blowing their top, their crown, their cover or mind in a sudden event, epiphany, or sexual energy, impatient to offer passion, or fallen angel or Sagittarius reversed, excited to journey to bliss, in need of peace with the Queen of Wands. The Page of Cups reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed are together here, or rejected Queen of Swords reversed, or sudden vulnerability, or a baby crying and the Queen of Swords verbally abusive, or refusing to talk to a child if they go on a journey, standing up to unwanted advances, the Magician with their hands tied about coming together, or with a group, uncomfortable going away on vacation, or to find peace while powerless, and no longer obsessing about new passion with Cancer, or perhaps someone with Cancer in their chart, or willing to burn the past deceptions by offering big love, by performing as the Divine Feminine in 5D, Pisces reversed, or upside down world, with the Queen of Wands reversed, starting over, perhaps caught with her pants down, the Queen of Wands reversed perhaps can't sleep, and is no longer undressing in front of him, with it destined to come out in public. Soon here is the Six of Swords upright, traveling or moving to peace, at the new moon, perhaps after a death, or healing clingy kids. Or Cancer and Scorpio both reversed, who may be drained or in need of sun, and the Knight of Wands rushing in to save the day, leaving the injured or exiled behind them to get over their own loss, regret, with the Queen of Cups reversed post-war, not telling them about her feelings and heated exchange, as the Knight of Swords or Messenger of Truth is rushing in to the Knight of Pentacles, perhaps paying for delivery or for information, or offering them help only if they give them the whole truth. The Divine Feminine or the twin flames here are coming up as not in their abundance, or perhaps with a mother in lack or grandmother in lack, or this could be feeling the earth in lack. And so the Empress is reversed here, surrendering to synchronicities and heaven in their eyes. The Page of Swords is stepping up and spreading the word of sudden changes and good news that are destined. Sudden connection post-war, ending the battle and starting up for self, or standing up for self, fending off unwanted offers, or standing up to twin, as Taurus is reversed and Scorpio and Libra are upright here. Worth waiting for and free yourself both come up, and around the twin flames is the King of Cups reversed, unhappy and weak or arrogant with ego out of control, or dissatisfied with Leo, kids or pets, or perhaps he's just with conditions here. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Empress reversed, and the Justice reversed, or Taurus and Libra reversed with King of Cups reversed, detached or over-emotional, or just really unhappy with their living situation, or the King of Cups reversed and the Empress reversed are trying to find a new home for one of them because they don't want to live together anymore. At 4, 5, 6, which is pick up sticks, or 4, 5, 6 is the Emperor and the Two of Swords, knowing and either pretending not to know or just keeping to himself to stay sane. As we turn to 57, which is the Three of Swords, there could also be a father living here with their daughter and her husband and their kids, or son living with their parents and their sister, and pets, kids, or Leo and unhappy there, or will miss them when they leave. The block here is the Ten of Swords and a painful ending or betrayal, or someone getting a massage. The Queen of Cups reversed post-war with the Knight of Pentacles offering help, payment, or opportunity to the Emperor, who's upright here. And the Emperor's not fallen for it. Could be kids or workers that are, sucking up to him, or that betrayed him and sided with the Empress, or only kissing up to him when they want something. Health comes up here, but even more so, happy ending and time out. The King of Cups reversed, perhaps with one kid, and then the King of Pentacles upright with the other, or both, or the King of Pentacles may be chasing a child down, or chasing women. It just depends on your situation. But the King of Cups reversed and the King of Pentacles upright also came up together more than once here. And it looks like there's issues with them and their kids together. Either the kids aren't getting along, and so the parents are pissed at each other, or vice versa, or they got in trouble at school, right? So one family is going to blame the other family or the other kid, that kind of stuff. Chasing other pets, or getting their kids to keep their clothes on. And so there could be kids who are being too sexual, or just, people who are always leaving the doors open, so the pets are always running out. So that could be the King of Pentacles running after them. But the King of Cups is reversed, so that he could also be an alcoholic. So the King of Cups reversed may be suddenly jealous or rejected or crying their eyes out, destined to have issues at work with the Page of Cups reversed, which can be their child, in a losing battle with the Sovereign, the King of Pentacles child, or the rich kid of the King of Pentacles. The King of Cups reversed and the King of Pentacles upright, and their kids not getting along at work or school. The Emperor may be losing patience with Scrooge, who's suddenly letting go with the whole truth, where perhaps they wouldn't tell anyone anything. But this could be kids letting go of information at school or work that may be family information with a third party, or kids not getting along with others. The Knight of Cups reversed may be announcing from home about not telling their feelings, or about a heated exchange, or delay after delay. Or the Knight of Cups reversed suddenly decides to have a big party and invites everyone except for the King of Pentacles child, and submitted their younger sibling to the whole thing, right? So then they get in a whole bunch of trouble when their parents get home. Or cutting off all communication with another family they don't agree with, and this could be the political things, right? Or the health issues that people may or may not agree with. Or parents won't let their kids hang out together because of these things. Or calling home but no one's answering. So where are they? The Knight of Cups reversed perhaps got burned or overexposed by the Sovereign reversed, which can be a dependent of the King of Pentacles. That could be a partner too, who's a spender. But again, the Knight of Cups reversed, feeling burned or overexposed by the Sovereign reversed or dependent, and the Queen of Cups reversed, with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, no longer an island to themselves. Soulmates or kids making up here at the end. At 516, the Hierophant and the Tower. The Queen of Wands reversed could be a karmic here, judging or announcing her suffering in silence, or she could be a sister or dealing with a sister, or sleeplessness, purging with choice of path, or twin flames coming out to implement a plan or plan to invest, with wounded warrior reversed, or surrendering to a heated exchange and not telling, the Empress reversed and the King of Cups reversed, to get divorcing. So it's like divorcing, to get divorced from the Emperor. So the Empress and the Emperor, if they're divorcing, maybe the Empress is already with the King of Cups reversed, or maybe that's her father. To get a divorce from the Emperor, and uncomfortable with guidance of Taurus or marriage or religious leaders, right? The religious leader may be trying to give them guidance, or someone from the establishment, which shouldn't have their nose in their personal business, or the religious leader giving them guidance, and challenged by new love and peace, ending pain suddenly, or a painful end suddenly, with the Knight of Cups reversed, exploding in a jealous rage, feeling rejected, burned, or their ego out of control, with Sovereign reversed or a dependent, and the Queen of Cups reversed as well here. They could be two sisters too. Family, business, or community here, starting over and making up. This could also be the energy of the Montagues and the Capulets energy, where they're always feuding families, and there are two children from each family who are then bridging the gap between these two families. Libra upright and Leo reversed, and Aquarius upright here. The Montagues and Capulets with the younger ones making peace between the families. Or maybe they're both disowning these two because they love each other. or the Knight of Cups reversed is drained and spent with the Queen of Cups reversed, while the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community is coming off the island to mend the past at 525, which is the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. The twin flames and the divine feminine coming out in surrender or giving up. Uncomfortable energies here or emotions with the Queen of Wands upright, and she's upright and reversed depending on where she is in the read. Most of the read she's reversed, but the underlying energy she was upright. But she's refusing to walk away. In heated exchange with Taurus, guide or religious leader or Hierophant, and challenged by new love and shocked or sudden jealous rage breaks out between Taurus and Scorpio both upright, or Taurus or Hierophant flips their lid when they hear about or receive a big offer of love. The Empress reversed may be making peace, while the King of Cups reversed is ending pain or betrayal with the Knight of Cups reversed, which can be a child or a younger sibling, or irritated that that child is trying to stroke their ego to get their way. Or father has had it with my three sons. All the queens in this read and the Empress are reversed, so none of the women are happy. The Knights are all out letting people know they're all upright, except for the Knight of Cups, of course. And the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords may be excited to see each other, but the Page of Cups is being yelled at, and the Page of Pentacles reversed is with the Knight of Cups reversed, and together perhaps at the principal's office, or the Knight of Cups is freaking out that they missed their opportunity or weren't invited to something and they're pissed off. Or Scorpio suddenly manifests a big offer of love and has to travel very soon, and that could be a job opportunity as well. So all of the Kings and Knights and the Emperor are good, except the King of Cups reversed, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups, who are all reversed, along with the Page of Pentacles reversed and all the female adults. There's Taurus upright and Taurus reversed and Scorpio all over this read. That's the main energy, is Taurus-Scorpio axis. The twin flames in lack and surrendering in a heated exchange with guidance and epiphanies or sudden events in sexual exchange. The Empress reversed making peace or going away, or perhaps they passed away peacefully. And the water family, like I said, is very sad perhaps, or manipulative, or drinkers, maybe they're all drinkers, but with religious guidance here and receiving an outpouring of love. So perhaps they lost someone, maybe they're going to a service. The Knight of Cups drained by the Knight of Pentacles or Sovereign reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed drained by the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, wanting them to come back in off the island, right, or off their high horse. Could be a pain block here, or an infection, or just scared about getting hurt again with fond memories that will probably never go away, or bridging two families together after a long-standing family feud at 555, the institution of marriage, and the two swans. Okay, so that's the overall energy from this read. So we're going to pull some oracle cards quickly and see what comes up there. So yeah, a lot of details there with a lot of stuff going on. But again, it's about, bridging the gap with love. But it's always ultimately just about love. That the little stuff, you can get over the little stuff. Are you going to regret that if that person, passes away tomorrow? It's not about never taking anything for granted. Being in your heart every day, being present in the moment. And that doesn't mean you need to be friends with everybody. If they're not good to you, why would you subject your energy to negative energy all the time? You should be around people who love you. But also be willing to allow someone to come back if they want to be loving now. It's not being on the defense, because you're always present with your heart open, knowing that the answer is always to just be love or walk away, right? If someone's in negative energy, those are your choices. All right, so let's see what the animal spirit guidebook has to say. Take a deep breath. What is the message or takeaway from this read from the animal spirits? Okay, we have the snake that wants to be seen here. And again, this is the collective awakening. Let me just lay it out here a little bit. Okay, so this is confirming again. You're feeling the collective awakening. It's not easy to awaken. You know that. You've been through it. And there's the vultures who come out, right? A view to a kill. They're just waiting for the mess to happen so they can clean up. Okay, so don't go into that negative energy. We have these two wanting to be seen too. This is like the twins. They're just testing their wings, right? This is like the bee who doesn't know they're actually a butterfly, that they've grown these huge wings. And this is the mouse that doesn't know they're a bat, that they're Batman, right? This is the two transformations of the masculine and the feminine. This is quite cute and beautiful, actually, these two together coming out. And they're both in air energy. The bottom of the deck here is the crow. Again, this is like, you know, the feminine warriors standing guard as the gatekeepers of the collective awakening, while this colored rainbow displaced all the dark energy that was on the planet. And that's what you're feeling in the collective right now. And there is the very similar energy here, right? The rainbow's there, the awakening of the collective in their chakras, which they're not used to, which is going to freak them out. They're going to go into depression, and they are corded here. So, you know, you are standing guard, keeping energies, you know, neutralized. You are walking transmuters. So it's just about you staying calm, keeping those energies high and loving. Learning about your wings and allowing the collective awakening, teaching them how to use their wings. And you notice the theme here. Like, look at all the cards that came out. I'm looking at them now, right? So you have the bird standing watch on the earth. Here's the vulture on the other side, right? Waiting for the kill. And there's the collective between, right? Here's the good, right? Here's the negative. And then we have these flying here too. It's all air energy, right? The two birds standing guard, you know, the dark and the light. And then here we have the twins. Okay, just getting used to their wings, right? It's really kind of a cool reading. All right, let's see from the Journey of Love what comes up for you guys. For the twin flames, what do we need to know? Soft. So again, soften yourself, which is funny because the masculine's coming up as the marshmallow in the read. Allow yourself to be the pearl, soft, right? The pearl has come from all of the difficult things you've been through, all of the wounding, the bacteria, the viruses, creates the pearl, right? The blessings in disguise. They create something good in the end after a long time. Allow yourself to soften now. Allow it to be okay. The 47 is the 7 of Cups, the synchronicities. Seeing them in heaven in your eyes, and the pearl in your ear. The woman of light is the 49. So what's missing here? We have 47 and 49. The 48 is the walking away and within. 49 is the getting your wish. And the 47 is seeing the synchronicities in heaven in their eyes. Because they've done the walking away and within. And now you get to benefit from the pearl. The woman of light. So again, taking in all the light. Allowing yourself to be in the light. And softening, right? No stress in that. Just softening into feeling how beautiful it is to be you. And the swan, look at that, 67 of the Knight of Pentacles. It's so simple. It's all about the Paramahamsa, the two as one, the beauty of simplicity and faith and trust, knowing that you'll always come back together, that you're always connected. This is very feminine energy here, right? The pearl is like the ovaries here of the soft heaven in their eyes, as she has light in her eyes, blinded by the light, and the swan of the loyal, humble servant. And how simple that is, and how beautiful and how soft it is all at the same time. And then the bottom of the deck, and then, well, before we get to the bottom of the deck, the next card is the sacred convergence of the twins, the 28's the twins. And again, this is like the 9/11 towers, where I always see like it's a pop pushing up from the underground. an etheric table that all of a sudden pops up out of nowhere, presenting all the masters and angels and ETs, or the Pleiadians coming to visit, because I got the Pleiadian starship coming in at the Statue of Liberty. Sacred convergence there. And riding the wave. And then the bottom of the deck is dream a little. And I told you the dream team called. How cool is that? Dream a little with the 51, which is the King of Swords. This is the masculine allowing himself to be soft, to be more feminine. That's where his power lies. And there's the womb within Gaia here. Within nothing, there is everything. The nothingness is the feminine, right? The masculine is the everythingness. The masculine learning to be in his nothingness, in his wombness, right? The two of the high priestess, to be in his psychic abilities, to allow himself to be soft for a change. The King of Swords being soft. Okay, so let's read what they say. I'm going to read you the snake, because that's been coming up a lot. And that's the first card out. Snake should be up there. Where are you? The snake is hiding. There it is. The guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that the Shakti, or a creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of the coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of awakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? And how can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there's no more time to waste. When in balance, prosperous, creative, and charismatic. But when they're out of balance, they start and stop many things. To bring back into balance, Kundalini yoga and meditation. So again, this is the whole collective doing this. So coming in to do these kind of practices to balance themselves. So maybe some of you will be starting some of those groups. And then for the journey of love, we have the first card out was soft, which is number 47. Is soft. A sanctuary bathed in soft light. Your heart is receptive, inviting, and gentle. It brings strength to the weary, comfort to the lonely, and healing to the wounded. It is a magnet for all that is needed, for you, your beloveds, your world. Don't imagine you must always be the fighter, going against the part of your nature that longs for harmony and peace. This is your time to be soft, to surrender, to let the subtle waves of the heart invite love in, and to receive. In doing so, you will give so much. This oracle brings you a message of peace. Surrender now, be soft, even just for this moment of quiet reflection. You have perhaps been working too hard at growing and living. Take some moments to replenish and allow the divine to help you, dear one. Be soft so you are receptive to the divine. It is when we let go that we truly perceive the obstacles that lie between us and oneness with the divine lover. Let go and perceive that the divine lover is already awakened in your heart. You are the softness he desires. You help light his way. You nurture all that he holds dear through tempest clouds dismay. And in the quiet of the storm, his gentleness comes through. And in the shelter of his arms, his heart is there for you. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, or just do exactly what you want. It's always up to you. And take a deep breath, guys. Rise and be love. I will see you very soon. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys. Bye.